could I do that was going to blow their socks off? I wanted to see their jaws drop. I had it. I was going to perform ventriloquism. Be different, right? I'd never done it before, but that wasn't going to stop me. I ran home. I found Samantha at the back of my closet. She was my Cabbage Patch doll. I grabbed her by the hand, and I took her in front of that bathroom mirror for hours. We perfected a performance we could be proud of. The day of the talent show came, and I just sat on that cold gym room floor, my bum going numb, that crisscross applesauce, just waiting for my turn. I wasn't paying attention to anybody else's talent show. Then they called my name, and I popped up, and I ran to the stage, and I brought Samantha with me, and we started our performance. And then a funny thing happened. The audience just kind of fell away. It was just me and Samantha. We were in our flow. We were creating. We were performing and sharing our unique creativity with the school. We finished our performance, and I took a bow, and I don't know about Samantha, but I knocked it out of the park. I thought that I had nailed that performance. I felt so happy and so creative to make that connection. Because kids are universally creative, right? And actually, science has proven that. Dr. George Land is a researcher, and his team was hired by NASA because they wanted to know who's creative. So, in his landmark study, he built this creative test for NASA, and then they had a neat idea. Why don't we give this test to kindergartners? So they gave this creativity test to kindergartners. 98% of kindergartners scored as creative genius. 98%. You were all creative geniuses in kindergarten. I was a creative genius. Well, some of you, the numbers people, are like, well, 2% of us were picking our nose, eating crayons, maybe. But the problem with creativity is that we think it has to be something artistic, something epic. So many people will say, I'm not creative. Well, I can't draw, I can't paint, but I'm creative at work. I can create benefits programs, or I can find new ways to stretch a budget. So I think creativity as a word is just too small. So researchers have differentiated it into different styles. So broadly, there's big C creativity or large C creativity. That's things like the Eiffel Tower or The Simpsons or Cubism, things that are celebrated by experts in a domain. But there's also small C creativity. That's everyday creativity. That's the creativity I'm talking about today. Things that you already do that you might not call creative. Maybe it's building a pivot table or an Excel table. Maybe it's figuring out how to program your coffee maker so you can shave 3 minutes off of your time in the morning to get to work. It could be sneaking vegetables into smoothies for your kids. Or it could even be something like April Fool's joke for your kids. One night I sat up, it wasn't my idea. I found it online, and I got some brown construction paper, and I cut out E's. And I put them in a box, and I gave them to my son. He's going on a field trip. Grade 2 field trip. I said, I made you some brownies. And on the lid, I wrote, no butter, no eggs, no chocolate, no flour. And he got to the front of the bus, and he opened up the package and said, my mom made brownies. And out comes some cut-out brown E's. He still says he's traumatized by that experience. So I guess I'll just pay for his therapy. Hopefully he has some benefits to cover it at some point. Because we think creativity is something that's beyond our reach because it has to be artistic, but we're using it every single day. Is there something you're using in your life that you wouldn't call creative until this moment? Even choosing your outfit or choosing your earrings or what kind of shoes you're going to wear is a creative act.